Good evening and welcome to the Watertown Civic Arena for tonight's home basketball game for your Watertown Arrows versus the Rapid City Stephen Raiders. My name is Sam Mooney, and joining me in the booth, as always, is the handsome and talented Brian Norberg. What do we got, game 8 here at the arena tonight, Brian?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, 7-8 games. We had Central and Brookings play.
Yeah, we had JV games going over in the auxiliary gym, opposite of varsity games. So you had 4 varsity and 4 JV games.
Yeah, so shout out to Craig Boyens for putting on a pretty great day. Not to mention we had the United game this afternoon. That was great. Coach Hordorf got together some good athletes along with the senior basketball players, and they had a great game.
Oh, they had a little game out in the court here today?
Norberg, let me tell you what, man, it was fantastic.
Really? That's awesome.
They had 3 5-minute quarters, team white, team purple, and team yellow. And every student that was in school today was in attendance for that game.
That's awesome. I did not know they did that. That's great.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Did they take on some of the senior basketball players or some of the?
You know, I mean, mostly the senior basketball players were there just to kind of help and facilitate, move some things around, but.
Well, it's usually one of the best halftime shows we get, too.
Well, what was really cool is that instead of doing it as a halftime show, I mean, the place was packed. There was about 1,300 people here.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, so it was really good. They had Cole Hansen and another kid refereed, and shout out to Jeff Hansen. I may have taken a small little dig at Jeff and Cole, but all in good fun.
Were you on the call?
I was.
Oh, so we had it on Aero TV.
We did.
Thanks for the call. Where was I?
Well, I figured
Where's
that you know, I tried to call you, but you know, you never answered. So.
Well, everyone has caller ID now, Sam. Yeah, it looks like maybe we'll get some highlights. Looks like we're
there you go. You get some highlights there. You see it. Hudson Ingles banging home.
Hudson.
Yeah, and look,
he's all about the celebration.
And listen, man, like he owned the crowd. It was great.
Yeah, he plays to the crowd.
Yeah,
Hudson knows what he's doing out there.
Sammy made a couple baskets. Tony made some baskets. All joking aside, a huge shout out to Coach John Hodorf. He's responsible for all that. He put it together. And just did an absolutely amazing job.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll go a step further. Shout out to the administration to line that up and to allow it and to have all the kids there and make it special. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a good afternoon for Watertown Aero Athletics and just for Watertown community in general. I mean, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, hopefully we'll keep her going here this evening.
Well, let's talk about this evening. The the one-loss Arrows come in hosting the Raiders. Before we could talk all day, all night long about the Arrows. Tell us what you know about the Raiders.
I know, you know, in our weekly media session with Coach McClemens, once again you were absent to our weekly media call. We did discuss during between 2 JV basketball games today, but the Rapid City Stevens bring in a long, athletic, talented team, which I would say probably in the last 25 to 30 years, you could say the exact same thing about Rapid City Stevens. They seem to always have athletes. They get up and down the floor, Sam. They're really a very good man-to-man defensively team that they're going to probably pick you up full court more than they're not. They would like to play full court, and they're going to do that in a man-to-man fashion. Don't be surprised if you see some zone. I know the first-year head coach Brandon Yellow Robe is taking the helm with Stevens. I think you have a senior guard in Seth Pugh. And Seth Pugh is a very nice ball player that's played a lot of minutes for them in the past, and now this year, kind of the leader. And then they have a nice sophomore in Andrew Zimmerman, a 6'6" sophomore down low. So you're going to see a lot of pressure man-to-man, and what will be interesting is how the Arrows react to the pressure man-to-man. You could say end of the O'Gorman game, the T game, and some of the full court or three-quarter court stuff at times has given us trouble. So it'll be a good test for the Arrows to handle their defensive pressure.
With Zimmerman coming in at 6'6", and I'm guessing that he'll be guarded underneath by Rehorst, but I want you to hold that thought. We're going to go down to the sideline report for Conrad Pitkin and see what he's got for us.
Keys of the game. First, for Watertown, they got to play good transition defense. Can't let Stevens get out and get easy buckets. Secondly, they got to take care of the ball. Kind of leads into the first one. If they throw the ball away, Stevens takes it and go right down the court, get a layup. And finally, they just got to rebound. Watertown's been really good this year defensively and offensively, rebounding, getting second chance points while not allowing second chance points for their opponents. For Stevens, they got to play hard. Watertown's a very athletic team. They run the floor. Stevens got to play hard and match their energy. Secondly, they got to take care of the ball. They can't let Watertown get easy layups on the fast break. Third, they just got to rebound. As I said earlier, Watertown's been very good rebounding this year. So they got to prevent Watertown from getting their second chance points while also being able to get second chance points. Sam and Brian, back to you in the booth.
Pitkin, doing a great job. I walked in the doors tonight. He tackled me and gave me the keys to the game.
Listen, what a professional.
He is, absolutely.
What a professional.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid's a sophomore.
I think he's just spot on keys to the game too. Spot on.
You know, he's not just out there dribbling nonsense. You know, he's super intelligent.
He's not just a pretty face down there.
No, it's
at all.
You know, that's what I say with you all the time.
With him.
You know, it's not just beauty. You know, there's definitely brains there.
Right.
So shout out to Conrad Pitkin. I wish he had something for us on Rehorse knee. Do we know anything about that?
Yeah. How about? I wish we could talk back to Pitkin and ask him some questions, some follow-up questions. He's down there. Let's put him to work.
Yeah, let's get him in there.
Go talk to the coaches on the bench. Let's put him to work down there.
It's not a bad idea.
He's ready. I mean, if he's gonna earn the money you and I are earning doing this thing, then let's put him to work.
Well, I think he's probably making way more money than you and I are making.
I think we're the lowest paid announcers, as we should be.
Of course.
You get paid what you're worth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
You're not wrong. All right, well, let's see if we can earn our keep here right now. Going back to we talked all year about Carter Bisker. I want you to go into a little bit more detail about Carter and kind of what we were talking about last week as far as the amount of JV time that he played last year and how that helped him moving forward this year.
Yeah, I think with Carter, I mean, you know, he's just putting up some really good numbers for the Arrows this year, doing a lot of really good things. And I think, you know, what he's really doing, he's shooting 43% from three, which is really hard to do, and 50% overall. I believe 50% from two and 43% from three. And that's just a shooting percentage. He's done more and added more to his game. And I think a lot of that comes, what's nice with Carter, I think he had to fulfill a role at the JV level last year as a scorer, and then to be able to carry that over and know what that role is like. Yes, it's at a bigger level, bigger, better athletes and a higher competition. He's transitioned over and has been used to that role. He's done a good job filling that this year as a senior.
I will say that I visited with his dad a little bit before the game, and his dad said that Carter's is wearing his Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game shirts very proudly throughout the house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no question. Probably the sleeves cut off by now to show the guns.
Maybe the sides cut down as well.
Yeah, more than likely.
I like it. Okay, let's move on here. Like I said, we can talk about Carter Bisker all day. What about, we don't know anything about Rehorse knee right now. Do we know, is he healthy? Do we know, is he starting?
You know, I didn't feel like I could ask that question at the media session this week with Pat. You know, I figured he'd probably play it close to the vest as an old veteran that he is. So I have not heard. I'm assuming, you know, he's out warming up. He's got the knee sleeve on. I was assuming that he'd be back in action here tonight. And hopefully, you could tell, I think the first game back for him a little bit, he wasn't as aggressive maybe as he has been earlier. So we hope he comes back and is a little more aggressive tonight for the Arrows, because we need Isaac. Isaac's got to give some activity. He's got to be active. He's got to be physical. And he can do so many things to affect the game without scoring or being the leading scorer. And he could be our best player on the floor.
30 seconds on Caden Decker.
Caden Decker, he's fulfilling the role we need him to play. And Caden has done such a nice job. He's become a very efficient player, and he does all the intangibles. He's never going to be afraid to get on the floor. He's going to be physical. He's a good defender. He's usually going to take the challenge of guarding the opposing team's best player. He can score from the outside, and then he's going to score around the basket. He's what, 5'11"? You know, we'll give him 5'10" and a half on a good day, and he can score around the basket, and with his strength, he's a nice versatile player. So he's kind of our Swiss Army knife for the Arrows this year.
Senior night, Jackson McClemens.
Yeah, senior night. Yeah, did they already do it?
Yep,
They did. Yeah, but that's always nice. It's always nice. I think as a coach, it's good to just see those kids that stuck it out, and maybe nowadays more than ever, kids that decide to stick it out and to recognize the seniors here. And we have a good group of seniors this year. 6'6"
Jack Mack. Do you feel that he's going to be instrumental on on Andrew Zimmerman underneath as well?
Well, he's going to have to be. You know, he's going to have to be. I think that Zimmerman kid's a nice, versatile player with really good size. So between Isaac and Jack, I would assume that they'd draw the matchup there on the Zimmerman, the sophomore, down low.
Good matchup tonight as the 9-1 Watertown Arrows welcome in the 5-6 Raiders from Rapid City Stevens. We're going to turn this over to our PA announcer, Mr. Mark Bellum. He's going to give us our starting lineups and the greatest intro of high school basketball in the state of South Dakota. We'll be back for tip-off.
Welcome back to the second half of tonight's doubleheader featuring the Rapid City Stevens Raiders and our Watertown Arrows. Officials Steve Sheppel, Patrick Deutsch, and Chris Janish. Positive treatment of these officials will be expected at all times. Failure to do so could result in removal from this event. Athletic training services and care of our athletes are provided by Prairie Lake Sports Medicine through certified athletic trainer Faith Buick. Arrow Care, close to home. Now let's meet the Arrow cheerleaders. Morgan Boss, Taylor Buckles, Kendra Buckles, Paige Hybert, Camelia M. June, and Tilly Slimgun. Our cheerleading advisor is Mallory Hoffman. And now your starters first for the visiting Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Number 0 is the 5'11" senior guard, Seth Baugh. Number 1 is the 6'1" junior forward, Lucas Marcus. Number 2 is the 6'2" junior guard, Anders Christensen. Number 20 is the 6'6" sophomore center, Andrew Zimmerman. And number 33 is 6'2" senior guard, Jason Paulson. Assistant coaches, Alexander Keene, Jason Olson, Bennett Fierro, William Crawford. Head coach of the Raiders, Brandon Yellowrow. Ball boys tonight for the Watertown Arrows, Mick Lushke, Abe Lushke, Tyson Vaughn, and Phoenix Thomas.
All right, Brian. Not a bad way to kick this thing off, huh?
Yeah, I think it did a great job with that. It kind of gets better every time they play it. I love it. I like the student section.
I love the student section.
Good job up front there, fellas.
Student section
and ladies
looks really good tonight.
Yeah, we got what, pajama bottom? We gotta figure out the theme sometime.
Yeah,
There's a couple old guys.
definitely pajamas here.
Yeah, definitely pajama night.
Yeah, that one's an easy one. Got some robes, some flannel bottoms.
Good student crowd on hand. Hey, shout out to the band tonight. Phenomenal. Played Old Country Road at the beginning.
Yeah, your personal favorite.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, good crowd tonight. Looks like Rapid traveled pretty well. A lot of games tonight.
Yeah, so an interesting day at the arena. Same thing tomorrow. We're going to have 4 varsity basketball games played in succession, and you got JV games played over in the opposite gym, opposing, you got Brookings, and tomorrow will be Brookings and Stevens Day, and Watertown versus the Cobblers.
Yep.
Tonight we got the Raiders.
Good defense here from the Arrows right away. Just about forced a turnover early.
Like the intensity early by Watertown on the ball, moving the feet, getting down a little bit. Got to finish the possession. Ooh. Great defensive possession until the bank from straight on.
Bank open at 8:35 in the evening.
Yeah, and I think if you're Watertown, your coach McClellan, he knows that's a good defensive possession. You do that all night.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to score for the Raiders.
I think you said it perfectly as far as the intensity goes on that first possession, and bang, Carter Bisker with the green bean right away in the corner. McClemens almost comes away with the steal. Good to see Carter start off hot.
Yeah, just a little flare screen, a little fade to the corner. Surprisingly, they didn't suck up to him. They went underneath it, and just a rhythm 3. It's really fun to watch Carter. He's getting you can tell when he's in rhythm, and to be in rhythm early is bad news for the other team typically. So we'll see how that plays out. Good to see the ball go in early for him.
I do think that out of all the games that you and I have called together, and we've called some good ones, as far as the energy in the arena right now, this has got to be up there for
Great
early.
pass, absolutely great pass by Caden.
Yay, good patience by Jack Mack there too to finish it off.
The normal plays that this team is making on a more frequent basis is really showing. They're in.
Hey, look at that! Sorry, Jack Mack with a great steal.
Should be on. I would think it'd be white ball. Yeah. Good job by Jack Mack.
Good pressure defense there by Caden Decker, and Jack Mack saw an opportunity and went and took it.
Ball pressure's been good, and that's caused Jack gets a steal, but it's because of the ball pressure by everyone else on the floor. You can tell it's gotten Rapid on their heels a little bit here early.
Yeah, again, and I hate to be redundant, but I'm going to steal your word again. The intensity from the Arrows early has been fantastic.
Well, when has being redundant ever stopped you from being redundant, Sam?
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Nice to see a little post touch there by Isaac, get the foul early.
Yeah, noted that Rehorst did start tonight.
Yeah, and I should have asked in the media call with Pat this week how Isaac was doing. I didn't get a break. We need to get Pitkin in charge of that. Like Pitkin needs to block out a half hour of the day during the week to go talk to Coach McClemens.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Let's talk to Pitkin about it.
See if we can get him out of like advisory.
Yeah, let's get him out of class for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
1 for 2 on free throws for Rehorst. Arrows take a 6-2 lead.
So what I was getting to before Jack's steal, we're making common plays that I should say seem common, but are really good plays, and the plays that you make when your team's meshing and gelling, and I just see that more and more with the Arrows as we go through the season.
Good job by Stevens to keep the ball alive, and McClemens gets his hand in there for a steal. He's going to take it himself.
Nice play by
blocked.
Zimmerman.
Great play by Zimmerman.
Great play by
wow.
the getting up there.
Wow.
Jack's got to just give the old tip of the hat. A nice play there, fella. Yeah, he just went up and pinned it.
Yeah, good job for Rehorst following it, trailing the play, getting the rebound, and getting to the line for 2 more.
New coach this year for the Raiders. I keep wanting to say the Red Raiders. We're not playing Texas Tech tonight.
That would be a mismatch.
Yeah. But Coach Yellow Robe taking over the helm for Chris Stabner, a longtime Rapid City Stevens coach and former SDSU player. Chris did a great job for the Raiders for a lot of years, and good to see Coach Yellow Robe on the sidelines continuing it on here.
Ashton Rabine checking in for the Arrows. Extend the lead to 8-2 after 2 made free throws by Rehorst. 3 for 4 excuse me, from the line for Rehorst early.
Contact up top there. Couldn't tell if we had, yeah, it's going to go on Jack. Apology to the Rapid City Stevens listeners on pronunciation of number 0, Seth Pugh, is what Coach McClemens said. Mr. Bellum, a little different pronunciation of the last name. So we apologize if we're not saying it the right way.
What happened with 20 here? Did he maybe jam a finger?
Yeah, he ran right over the bench. Zimmerman ran right to the bench, and it looks like he might have a finger out of place. It looks like, because the trainers just took a look at him and headed right to the training room. He headed right to the bench and showing coaches. I assume he has maybe a dislocated finger, which sounds worse than maybe what it is, especially if it's his non-shooting hand. You can buddy tape it and live for another day. Hopefully that's all it is for him.
So the correct pronunciation is 0, Pugh?
Yeah, that's what we're kind of looking for here.
Yeah. Is it?
I'm going with Pugh right now, and we apologize if it's incorrect.
Okay, we're gonna go with 0 there. Just made the 3 to shrink the lead to 3. Nice rotation on that shot for him. If you are watching from Rapid or anywhere else, let us know in the chat where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. And the handsome and talented Brian Norberg will give you a shout out on it.
Well, and let's be honest, people have enough to complain about listening to us, so we might as well get the names right.
Well, Stuart Stein's watching, and he wants us to bring the energy for this one.
All right, Stu's online here. I love it. Logan Neeson in the game for the Raiders here, subbing in for Zimmerman.
I think we're going to get a foul here on Rabine about at the free throw line. Okay, so I think we have Ryan Hansen chimed in, and he said it's pronounced paw.
Paw, okay, good, because I didn't want to say Pew of his paw. Okay, good. And that's what Mr. Bellum said down there.
Okay, so we're going to go with paw.
Who's our source here?
Ryan Hansen, 335.
We're just going to go with Ryan Hansen, 335, and assume he's right?
Yeah.
At this point, we have to. Let's do it.
I have no reason not to trust him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're gonna go with him. I feel like he would know better than we do anyway.
8-5 Arrows. Timeout here before we went out of bounds, but a good start by Watertown. I would say early. Stevens was on their heels. It looks like they've settled in a little bit here as well, but good to see Watertown being the aggressors early. As good a season as we've had, I don't feel like every game we've been the aggressors early from the start. I know it's something Coach McClemens wanted to see, so it's a good start, and I got to continue it on here.
That's a really good point. And when we go back to the Brookings game, we were trailing 14-10 at the end of the first quarter, and that's a game that maybe we should have controlled, throughout the game. So yeah, I mean, so what do you credit the not necessarily a slow start, but not a fast start from the Arrows? What do you credit that to?
Let me tell you, you could have the world's best week of practice and the best night before game practice and come out and play terrible in the first quarter, or it can go the other way around. I don't have that answer, Sam, at all. You just don't know, but there's just various nights where it helps with the energy in the gym, because I think you're right. I think there's some good energy. Arrows in a 1-3-1 here to come out of the timeout.
Good rebound there by Stevens.
It's the one tough thing,
Great pass too.
You go 1-3-1 zone, you force a missed jumper and don't get the rebound. It's always the toughest part about playing zone when you don't play it a lot, is knowing how to rebound out of it.
How much different is rebounding out of zone than man?
It's quite a bit different. To be honest with you, it's still the same mentality. Just go after it, right? But I think you just naturally kind of stand flat-footed because you don't have a man you're responsible for to check out. And I think we had old
that's
Marcus.
A great floater there by Paw. Takes the contact and gets the bucket.
Another turnover there by the Arrows. Nice answer here by Stevens. Up 1.
Yeah, great pass, great cut.
Yeah, boy, they've answered the bell here.
Paw's doing a really good job of distributing and scoring. He's been impressive thus far.
Good challenge here. The Arrows, Rapid coming out of the timeout with some pressure.
Good follow there by Decker.
I think Coach Yellerobe recognized, like, hey, guys, we didn't come with a lot of energy here, so let's throw a little full court pressure in and get Watertown on their heels now, and we get a couple turnovers that led to baskets for Stevens.
We do have confirmation from Heather's school She said, as Seth's former teacher, paw is the correct pronunciation.
Then now we got a source.
Yeah, so
thank you.
We're all set there. Heather's school.
Heather, thank you, Heather. Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for being an educator. Yes, thank you. Now we can feel good about it, Sam.
Yeah, and then Kirby says, greetings from Arizona. You have the best broadcast in South Dakota. Broadcast is awesome. We appreciate that. That's all the guys behind
Kirby?
us. Yeah, Kirby.
Yeah, we'll send checks in the mail, Kirby. Thank you. Absolutely.
We'll be down next time it gets down 30 to below up here. 11-10 here. Stevens. You're right, though. They did a good job of settling down. Paw's doing a good job of distributing and scoring.
And good to see Zimmerman back on the floor with
oh, yeah, good
with
call.
The injury he had.
Yep, good call.
Ooh.
Left-handed floater there. Jack with the rebound. You know, you're right, though, too. You talked about it a few games ago that when, great job there of distributing and getting the ball underneath. Dan Stark gets the ball or gets the points. But when Jack gets the rebound, he does outlet really quick, and they do move faster when Jack Mack is getting rebounds.
Yeah, we get the ball to the floor off misses pretty quickly. And what's been fun to watch is Cade just had some beautiful passes in the full court and then some good finishes. There's been a little problem for the Arrows right here against the full court pressure. We're gonna have to get her across. Quick timeout.
Oh, get a timeout.
So, fun fact for you.
Please.
The shot clock used to not be used by referees. They were told, do not use the shot clock. You have your own count. Well, now that has changed.
For the 10 seconds?
For the 10-second call. Now that has changed to where, as a referee, you are looking at that clock as the determinant whether or not it's a 10 seconds. So, Pat made a good call there. Timeout right about when it was getting to the 10 or the 25 mark.
Don't you? I mean, doesn't that make sense anyway? To use the shot clock.
And so as a referee, you know, which I'm not really.
You are.
I am, but I'm not. I'm not like these guys. But it'd be tough from the crowd because they're looking at the clock and they see 25. Well, on your count, it may have been a half-second difference.
Of course.
So it was always hard. I think now everyone's looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little more black and white.
Yeah, some consistency.
And some pressure on the shot clock operator to be accurate.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Jan Solom tells us that she is Carter Bisker's grandma, and she's watching from Florida.
Florida, all right.
So we've got Florida and Arizona covered so far.
Well, that should be a proud grandma.
Yeah, a lot to be proud of there.
A little set out of the timeout here.
Good pass. Good take by Jackson McClemens.
Strong move by Jack. He's really improved this year, finishing around the basket. Not going away from contact, but inviting the contact.
Another lead change here, 14-13 Arrows now. Another good pass, another good cut. Just couldn't finish.
So nice counter by Stevens. We were pressuring them early, Sam, and on the ball it was bothering them. And now they've done a nice job of adjusting. They're back cutting us. And so now, you know, defensively, you're going to get out in the lanes. They're doing a nice job of back cutting. Not only back cutting, but back cutting is always a two-man street, or it's a two-way street. It's got to be two guys on the same page on a back cut. I can't tell you how many beautiful back cuts you can watch, but if the ball handler doesn't see it or throw it on time,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And you know you have a good team, and those things just happen. You know, and typically throw a bounce pass on a back cut, Sam. Bounce pass.
Yeah, bounce pass, nice.
Yeah. Don't throw a bounce pass on the perimeter with Coach McClemens because he'll take you out of the game. Does not like a bounce pass on the perimeter.
Jackson McClemens makes 2 free throws there to extend the lead to 16-13. Good steal by Decker. Tries to cut. Good pass by Carter Bisker, and you know he's going to finish.
Slippery. He's just
he's going to finish underneath.
Keep looking for a better word, but we're going to settle on that this year. Around the basket, he's just slippery.
Boy, he's solid.
Got Trap over here on the sideline.
Good defense there. Jack steps out real quick. Gets on his gut.
Nice
another good pass. Yeah. Not a bad foul there from Rehorst underneath.
No,
you hear the slap up here?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, once he came down, even if he would have got majority of the ball, once he came down, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and Coach is mad over there. Coach is a little upset just on the rotation. And again, you know, you talk about. I'll use another word here.
Play there. Decker's
might have some blood.
Yeah, Decker's going to the trainer here too. Yeah, and they're putting gloves on, so he might have maybe a cut on his calf. Both free throws good there by Stevens.
Henry Hansen into the game.
Solid name.
We have an 8th grader on the roster here. Peyton Crawford, number 5.
Yep.
Let's keep an eye on that. Number 5's out there right now.
He is. He's actually guarding McClemens.
Sam, we should have had that in the notes.
Yeah, we really should have.
Yeah, so if that's true, unless it's a typo, we got an 8th grader, Peyton Crawford out there, guard, 5'9".
Heavy minutes.
Pay attention to Peyton out there. That's pretty impressive.
That is impressive. Find Stark in the middle of the court. 16 seconds here, holding for the last shot, Brian.
Yeah, definitely want to hold for the last shot here. Typically want to go enough time to maybe get the O board. It's a perfect spot to get it here. We're jacked, maybe got away with a walk. Plenty of time here on the out of bounds play. Stevens doing a nice job here picking up the pressure defensively. Early it was easy, and they really turned it around.
Stevens' record is 5-6, but they're playing a lot better than what their record indicates right now. I mean, they look good tonight.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have athletes. First thing Pat said, or Coach McClemens said, get in there, Carter. It's a
good look there.
Yep. First thing Coach McClemens said is the athleticism. So, hey, we're going down to Pitkin here.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, the Arrows leading the Rapid City Stephen Raiders 18-15. We're going to go down to Connor Pitkin for a sideline report. Conrad Pitkin.
All right, I'm here with Cooper Ketwig. Cooper, describe the outfit tonight.
I just got the PJs, Santa hat for good luck, wore it every game, and then I forgot what it was, smoking a pipe, yeah.
So I heard you're in a City League basketball team. How's that been going?
Great, I scored 8 points last game, highest in the career. Ball boys versus tea time, Monday at 7:55, show up, let's go.
And finally, what do you think the Arrows got to do better here in the second quarter?
We got to get Carter Bisker the ball in the corner, let him work, start banging threes. Doug needs to throw one down for us.
All right, Sam and Brian, back to you in the booth.
That's one of the best, maybe the best sideline interview we've had. First of all, Ketwig,
Okay.
I don't know the Ketwig fella.
No.
I think I know his dad really well, but let's be honest. If he had 8 points, how many shots did it take?
16.
That's what, at least.
Yeah,
at
minimum.
Least. If he had
minimum.
if he had 8 points, one, they're layups, or he just
100%.
jacked. If he's like a typical wrestler, he just jacked a bunch of threes.
No, there's zero chance that he made any threes out of those.
Is he a wrestler? Ketwig, he is,
I don't know. He looks like a wrestler.
If he isn't now, he has been. I apologize, but wrestlers love to shoot the three.
Yeah,
they love the three ball.
Yeah, that's fair. But, 8 points, the math just doesn't. I mean, unless he made 2 of them.
I tell you.
He made 2 of them.
I want to know his field goal percentage.
I think what we need is we need to get Conrad Pitkin there for the deep dive.
Yeah, Conrad might be coaching that squad. Who knows?
See, now you got an idea. Good job by Rehorst. Great pass.
I'll be honest. We don't want to compliment Coach McClemens too much, but coming out of timeouts and quarters this year, we've been very productive.
Yeah,
kind
good
of
point.
The ATOs after timeouts. I would say our percentages are pretty good, and that's a sign of good coaching staff doing a good job getting them in right positions to score out of the timeout.
It's probably Tobin.
Probably, yeah. Paul with a miss. Good board by Isaac.
McClemens really pushing the ball hard up the court tonight, too. Almost got a caught on his hip there, Brian.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, caught on his knee there. Looks like Stevens going to play a lot of guys.
Going to get a travel there.
They've already went into the bench here, 9 to 10 deep. Can we get confirmation that 5 is an 8th grader? I mean, where's our teacher? She could chime in there maybe.
Well, we need Ryan Hansen or Heather School.
Yeah, Ryan and Heather, where are we? Yeah,
we need confirmation that 5 is indeed an 8th grader. That's Peyton Crawford. If you can get that for us, we'd be forever in your debt. Maybe Norberg will send you an autographed thank you letter in the mail. Of course, you'd have to pay for the stamp. I mean, send the stamp, Yeah, do that, and should be good. And there we go. There's our confirmation. We got it twice, that he is indeed an 8th grader.
Okay.
And he's a stud, they say, so.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, he looks solid. I mean, that's sometimes you look out, you see, boy, that kid's young. You look out there, and yes, he's not the biggest kid on the floor, but he definitely looks like he belongs.
But you know what? He held Jackson, and there's a big size difference there. Yeah. And he held his own against him for sure.
Yeah. Fun
to watch.
Up with him.
Good pass by McClemens.
Yeah, good dish by
Underneath
Jackson.
the Rehorst.
Isaac's doing a nice job being, the Arrows doing a nice job of getting Isaac more touches early too. It always helps, you get some more touches early, especially to your big man.
Good drive there.
Also
Yeah,
a good
definitely a
tackle.
foul.
Ooh, they
Yeah.
called the travel. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. That
I thought his legs got tied up before that caused the travel, but
Yeah,
and honestly, you know, you really kind of catch a break because Jack could have stepped in and take a charge, and he didn't. He got there, but he went for the block, and once that happened, I kind of thought we'd get the foul call.
Yeah, I think if Zimmerman's probably happy with how he handled that, and I thought he did well.
Good idea, just poor execution there. Another turnover of the Arrows at Stevens. Stevens Pressure's done a nice job of getting us uncomfortable a little bit.
What's that? I mean, can you talk like that? Have you had in your illustrious coaching career, have you had an underclassman like that on varsity?
You know, never as an 8th grader, but we did have a. You know,
Good job, Caden Decker.
Watertown's had. Oh no, Caden. Great steal, bad pass, buddy.
Yeah, just kidding. I take it back.
Yeah.
I think he's got an equipment problem. His knee brace is falling apart.
Yeah, a little sloppy right here for the Arrows in that possession there. A couple possessions.
Decker's coming off.
So to your
Yeah.
question,
Yeah, please.
Watertown's had their fair share of freshman basketball players over the years, and there's not a lot of them. I think you see it now more than maybe back in the day, but you know, the kid that comes to mind right away is Josh Hansen. Played 4 years for us and
good job by
moved him
Stark.
up. I got a great story of asking his dad during the middle of the year to move Josh up as a 9th grader, and he had no idea. You know, Rick did. Nice steal.
Good job by Jackson McClemens finishing. Continue.
Well, I just, you know, I thought I better, you know, talk to mom and dad about it, and you know, Rick at the time, I called and I said, Rick, we're thinking of moving. I need a shooter.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does.
Oh,
Smart though. Jackson
Well,
has had a history of it this year.
Yeah.
Gets the gets the steal, and gets the sure 2 points.
Yeah, Jackson's, the door would have been locked at the household tonight.
100%. He would have been sleeping on your couch tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And I would have welcomed. We're Team Jackson, so absolutely he could.
Of course, we've always been Team Jackson.
Yeah. We got Mason Anderson in the game here, guarding a little bit on the perimeter.
You know, it's good to see Mason Anderson in a little earlier this game than in previous games.
Yeah, and while we're chatting away, I wonder if Isaac maybe has 2 fouls, but it might be part of the rotation. Sometimes as a coach, you look at a kid has a really good week of practice and you reward him too.
That's fair. God, boy, the Arrows are really passing
extra.
well. There's Anderson there. Just drives to the back of the iron. Stark keeps it alive. Boy, Arrows are playing really, really well tonight. Stark bangs a green bean.
Favorite possession.
That was filthy.
Ryan, we're getting a highlight of that when we have a break in the action. We're going to break that baby down.
Very nice. Well done by Dane Stark.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, moving screen there. That's a tough one. He just kind of got caught up in the wash there.
All right, we have Adam Turbach has got a phenomenal suggestion for Arrow TV.
Wait a second, we're taking pointers from Adam Turbach.
Listen, you know how I feel about the kid. You know how I feel about the kid, and he's gonna prove here that it's not just beauty with him. He wants to know when Arrow TV is gonna hang a camera from the center hung scoreboard for the tip-off.
Well, one, it's off center, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, you know, well,
it's off center, but you could do it.
I'm sure if anybody could do it, it'd be Ryan.
I'll be honest. I was going to say I won't be surprised to see Ryan hanging from the scoreboard here this week. So we maybe want to put a
great pass.
Another nice pass.
2 points for Mason Anderson.
So a little run here by the Arrows right here. They you know, to close the second quarter here, they've gone on a run. Nice job by them. Rapids got settled down here a little bit and have a good offensive possession.
You know, good output from coming off the bench with Stark and Anderson. The Arrows are still scoring and getting some starters some rest. Good drive to the basket there by Stevens. That's Henry Hansen.
That's our guy Henry, yeah. Yeah, nice take by Hansen.
I feel like the Arrows are doing a much better job. Carter Bisker just finishes.
Because Zimmerman did a nice job. Let's time out. Going to take a break here with Stevens, but
pretty perfect defense almost.
I don't know if we're going to break for
no, we're good.
Or we're good. Ryan, would we have that that possession that we're? high-fiving about here.
I know a guy that I can talk to as far as the Bills go, so we'll hold the break off for just a minute.
Yeah, no, just a really good run there, a really good run mid-third quarter. Here we go. So we got the missed shot by Dane, or there's the bucket by Dane. There we go.
Yeah,
look at this. Look at
back.
our TV.
There we go. There we go.
So we got a good ball movement. This is after we got the second shot. So before that, we get a little slow-mo action here. Nice form by Dane. But before that, what led to it is here we go. And I'm probably overblowing it, but just
if we could go back a little bit more. If we could go back a little bit more.
Yeah,
go back
keep going back.
Some more. Yeah, here you go. So you get the miss shot here.
Missed shot there by Mason. Great hustle by Dane with a long
keeps
arm.
it alive.
Just taps it out there.
Yep.
Nice play. And now watch the ball movement.
Yep.
So now not only do we get the offensive rebound, it goes to Carter. Cross court pass to Dane. Dane's the one that hustled, steps into a three. The confidence Dane is playing with, scary.
Yeah.
If Dane starts playing with the confidence he's playing with, that helps the Arrows immensely. But it's fun to see guys get rewarded for making a hustle play. And what a great, it's just a simple skip pass, right? But those are the ordinary plays that I'm talking about. Ordinary plays that we do without thinking that, teams are struggling, they don't make those plays, or that shot doesn't go in. But everyone on the floor right now for Watertown's comfortable. Mason Anderson, comfortable. Dane Stark, his light years comfortable.
Yeah.
You look at Ashton Rabine out there. When he goes on the floor, he knows his role, and he does a good job of it.
And I think with this particular group of Arrows this year, as we continue to move on throughout the season, it appears that they all are comfortable with their roles.
They're becoming more and more comfortable, and I think we're going to find out how comfortable we can be playing against some of the best teams in the state.
Hey, we're going to find that out on Tuesday.
We're going to find out. And coach and the players are fully aware of it, that our schedule coming up is really going to be a good test. And it's going to be fast and furious in February. And it's kind of nice because by the time you get to February, the kids are tired of practice, right? They just are. As much as you love them to practice hard and want them, they don't want to be there as much as you do as a coach. And I think sometimes, a lot of games in February works out pretty good. But we're going to be playing some good teams.
Yeah, it's going to. The good news is that a lot of those good teams that we're playing them here.
Yeah.
We're playing them here. So
Lincoln comes to town on Tuesday. We got Central tomorrow. Central's going to be on their third game in 3 days tomorrow.
Yeah, Central's going to be busy.
And this is going to be interesting, this ball game. I guarantee you, Stevens is a hammer.
Yeah, Stevens is definitely not giving up, that's for sure.
No. They got some really nice players. Coach Yellowrobe's going to have them going here, but just a nice run here by Watertown with a 14-point lead.
I will say, if I can, just a quick challenge to the community of Watertown, to the students of the Watertown High Schools: show up on Tuesday. Show up on Tuesday. Be here Tuesday.
Yeah, it should be. You're going to watch two good basketball teams going at it, but Arrow's got some work to do tonight.
I was say we got two good basketball teams going at it here and now, and Garu says that Stevens definitely has some height the next couple of years. And looking at down here on their roster, he's right, and they're young.
Yeah.
You've got 1, 2,
they're sophomores.
3. Yeah, they got 4 seniors on the team as well.
6'5", 6'4" junior. Yeah, he's right. They do. They have some nice height there. And yeah, Stevens typically always brings some really good athletes onto the court, over the years, and they make things really difficult. They do a good job.
We have talked quite a bit here. Oh yeah, Decker. Yep. Okay, Dane Stark. Good work, Dane.
Old Dane.
You talked about this being Brandon Yellowrobe's first season with the team. What's the hardest part about that first year when you're taking over a varsity program?
Yeah, I think we kind of talked about with the Brookings game too, with Coach Frederickson, his first year, just establishing your culture. It's not like in college where you got to get your guys in, because the guys are there.
Yep.
But it's just developing, and it's the simple things like how you run practice and the drills you run. It's all brand new. So everything takes longer. Everything takes longer what you bring in, because you're going to, no matter what, do it different than the coach before that.
Suffocating defense by the Arrows on that possession. Just absolutely incredible.
Nice battle by Ashton there on the board.
Continue.
No, just saying, everything takes a little longer the first year for them to get used to how you do things. And there's a 1,000 different ways to do things in coaching and how to run things. And it's establishing your culture and what you do, and the kids adapting to it. So everything, it is a little bit of an adjustment, right? So That's the challenge in the first year, and then by year 2, kids understand and know things. Even then, you go through an off season with them, and
good
they start
defense there
understanding
by
things
Lucas
better.
Marcus, forcing the turnover.
Lucas Marcus, a guy with 2 first names. I like it.
But normally I'm not a big 2 first names guy.
But Lucas Marcus
Works. Lucas Marcus does work.
That's a TV or movie character name.
100%.
Lucas Marcus. He could be like an action guy. It's like Jack Reacher, Lucas Marcus, maybe.
Lucas Marcus in the regulator, you know, or whatever. You know, a bunch of bombs and stuff blowing up behind him.
That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm envisioning with Lucas Marcus.
Wearing shades, 100% wearing shades.
Probably.
Yeah. Inside and outside.
Probably. If you're an action guy.
Oh, man, that's fantastic. All right, resetting back to basketball here, 37-22 as we're under 60 seconds left in this first half. Stevens trying to diminish the lead here. Good defense there by Decker.
Big by Deck. So he goes in and finish. Yep.
Yep, finishes strong. Good job there by Caden Decker. Gets the steal and the points. Extends the lead to 17.
Now Deck has 4 points. It seems like he's put a huge print on this game. Nice
good
move
shot there by Powell.
Yeah, Pa. Nice move. He's a nice player.
He is.
He's got 13 in the half. He's definitely doing his part.
Yeah, 13 out of the 24.
Good
half
I'd say
for
turnovers are the issue here. I mean, Stevens probably has, I'm guessing 10 to 11 turnovers. Feels like maybe not that many, but I feel like that might be the difference in the game.
Oh boy, Rabine with a great rebound and putback.
Ashton.
41-24 Arrows. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout and come back and reset the first half and talk about the second half.
My name's Carter Bisker. I'm a senior. Person I look up to most would probably be my dad. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to go golfing, go hunting. If I had to sing one song in front of a packed arena, I do not know the answer to that question. If I could bring back any fashion trend, don't have an idea for that either. If I had to delete all but 2 apps from my phone, I'd keep Instagram Reels and Snapchat.
My name's Caden Decker, and I'm a senior. My favorite high school memory is probably winning the state football championship last year. The person I look up to the most is probably my mom. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to play football. If I could be any animal, I would be probably a gorilla. If I could be any superhero, I would be the Flash. If I won the lottery, I would buy a mansion and a jet.
Field. We will draw one fortunate winner of an exclusive Arrow package now. This package includes 2 Arrow blankets, 2 Arrow caps, an Arrow stool crafted from chairs previously used at the football stadium, offered by the Arrow Education Foundation, and a library sign created by Sign Display.
All right, and we are back. Get a live look in here of Brandon Valley and Yankton. 4.5 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, 6-point lead by Brandon. We got Lincoln putting the hammer down Mitchell, 68-37 tonight. That's at Mitchell. So they just went on the road and kind of put it to the Colonels. And you got Harrisburg, a big win over Pierre at Harrisburg. We got earlier here in the arena tonight, we had Rapid City Central beating the Brookings Bobcats. And we got a 41-24 score at the end of the half here with the Arrows and Stevens Raiders.
You know, I watched that Central Brookings game, and Brookings was right there. It's about with about 60 seconds left, they had a 1-point lead, and kid's name is Yellow. I forget his first name, but he had a steal right at half court, and it was just a beautiful steal, and picked it off and got 2 points. And I think the Yellow kid had about 3 or 4 steals in a matter of 60 seconds. His brothers, Jordan Yellow and I forget the other Yellow kid's name, but there's 3 of them. Absolutely incredible athletes. Their dad is Dustin Yellow.
Okay. Yeah.
Big time softballers. And
oh yeah.
Jordan is like maybe 20, 21, maybe around that age. He's probably a top 5 player in the state.
Really?
Just does it all.
For softball.
Yeah. Yep, does it all. He bats about 950, 925, right around there. All parts of the field. Fast.
Sam, let's talk a little softball.
Sure.
In softball, the guys that can spray it all over.
Yeah.
They're the dangerous ones, right? I mean, there's the guys with power, but like they're gonna pull it every time.
Yep.
The good players, they and I suppose if you play in the upper leagues, you're spraying it all over.
Yep.
But it's impressive how good some guys are.
There's a guy that moved here from Iowa, played at Morningside College, played football at Morningside College. He's got like a J.J. Watt type build. His name's Brent Zomer. He's in his mid to late 20s, but he's kind of got that J.J. Watt build, big broad shoulders. He was a football player at Morningside, so really good athlete. But when he got here, he just hit 400-foot home runs. He was a home runner and out. And then in the off season, he took literally thousands of cuts.
Whoa. And so he's committed.
Yeah, and now he's one of the best players in the country.
Really?
Played on Team USA Futures.
He lives in Watertown?
Sioux Falls.
Oh, okay, Sioux Falls. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, played on Team USA Futures, and
wow.
Typically that leads you obviously to Team USA. But
question for you: is slow pitch softball Olympic sport? Is it Olympic sport?
Nope, not yet.
Fast pitch women's.
Fast pitches. Yep.
They don't have fast pitch guys for Olympics, do they?
Nope. No.
But for women, they do.
We do have slow pitch softball does have international play. So like the United States and Canada will play every year in July.
Are you certified to ref those type of?
No, I wouldn't umpire. I mean, I could get to that level.
What's the biggest tournament you've ever umpired in? Is it like a
that I've umpired in?
Yeah.
Umpired in. I umpired a D National in Iowa last year. I'm actually running a D National this year. So I'm starting to do less umpiring and more running tournaments.
You're the big cheese kind of running things.
I'm trying to get some bigger time softball in Watertown and South Dakota.
We have the fields, right? We can host. Do you still play?
Little. Last year, I think I played with my son on his team. I think I probably had like 40 at bats or so ish. So
well, let's hear the percentage. I know you know it.
I don't. If I had to guess, I would say it was probably about 500.
Well, the beautiful, Audrey Mooney was probably keeping stats in the bleachers, and she probably find out.
She probably just sat there and made fun of me the entire time.
Absolutely.
It's hard when you fall down getting back up now. less playing and more running tournaments and doing stuff like that. There's a lot of good athletes in South Dakota that are playing slow pitch.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Sounds like after the band here, we're going to be throwing it down to our sideline reporter who's doing a phenomenal job tonight. He's staring his peers in the face right there in front of the student section.
Man, and he's just
like, how does he not break character when those guys, they're giving him the business?
He's in his groove though when he gets his head tilted a little to the left. You notice that? Like as soon as he gets the head tilt going, then he's in his zone.
We got to get Conrad. We got to get some more sideline interviews. That one with Ketwick is gold.
Yeah, that was 10 out of 10.
Don't everyone forget they got City League on Monday night.
That's right. All right, we're gonna take it down to Conrad Pitkin.
Welcome back to the Civic Arena. The Watertown Arrows are leading the Rapid City Stevens Raiders 41-24 here at halftime. It was a close first half, but the second quarter from Watertown was just completely dominant. The Arrows won the second quarter 23-9. They shot well, they rebounded well, and they played good defense. All things needed to be a good basketball team. For Stevens, I think they just gotta relax in the second half, and they'll be good. And lastly, I just want to shout out the best student section in the state behind the camera here. been cheering all night for the Arrows. So Sam and Brian, back to you.
Bang.
Thanks, Conrad.
Professional as always. You know, the student section was kind of razzing him a little bit, but he was able to hang in there, and now he's getting fist bumps from the seniors. And tell you what, I can't wait until about 10 years from now when we're seeing him on ESPN.
Yeah, he's going to be taking our jobs here pretty soon, Sam. No question about it. You and me will be the sideline guys.
100%. Well, we'll see. Conrad will be on the call tomorrow. Him and Mason Mogg are going to be on the call tomorrow. I think we're going to look at some Jackson McClemens highlights here. We're just about 3.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. McClemens has had a good first half.
Yeah. Jackson's done a nice job first half. He really has, and he's done it with probably very few shot attempts, and yet I think he's played a very nice game. I really liked his defensive intensity on the defensive end. He's doing a nice job.
You know, again, I'm going to drop the R word. You have a big first half like that. Is it easy to come out and try to match that intensity in the second half?
No, it's not easy. No, it's not. They're 18-year-olds, right? They're 17, 18-year-olds. So the talk is about maintaining that same intensity. Let's come out the first 4 minutes and step on them type of deal. And teenagers are teenagers. It's hard because human nature tells you can relax a little bit. There's a little shot of that great high-low out of the timeout.
If you could pinpoint one thing that maybe that the Arrows are doing right now at an exceptionally high level, I know they're doing a lot of things really, really well, but what's the one thing that really may stand out to you more than anything else that they're doing?
They're a good job. They're doing a nice job defensively. There's no question about it, and they need to clean things up offensively with the turnovers. We had a few, possessions that let them back in the game because of some looseness on the offensive end, but they share it, they rebound. So we're not getting beat on the boards this year very often, right? So they share it, they rebound, and guys know the roles. And we have talented kids to make baskets. We can say all this other stuff. You don't have talented kids to make baskets, it doesn't matter. So they have a lot of stuff, a lot of tools. So so we'll see what the second half brings for the Arrows.
Yeah, pretty good first half. I mean, hard to beat that. 41-24, shooting well, rebounding well, passing well.
Yeah, and I wasn't looking at, sometimes you see the stats up there on the board, but going into tonight, our 2-point field goal percentage is at 51% on the year, which is pretty good. We're 32% for the year at the 3-point field goal percentage, and averaging 6 3-point field goals made per game. And that's on 18 attempts. So I would say that 18 is probably a really good number. Probably want to be under that with this basketball team, maybe a little bit in that 15 to 18 range. But 64% as a team from the free throw line, and that's getting to the line 18 times a game. That's something else we haven't talked about. This team gets to the free throw line.
Well, and today that's maybe different than in other games. They're getting to the free throw line and then they're making it.
Got a little echo going on in the equipment.
They're shooting better tonight, Brian, at the free throw line than they have maybe in previous nights.
Yeah, I think as a team, 64%. It would be average. But as much as they get there, they're getting a lot of buckets or a lot of points on the scoreboard off of free throws. So, coming out, we'll see what Stevens does here. Maybe some different things on the defensive end. We got Powell with 13 in the first half, and the Zimmerman hasn't gotten into the scoring column maybe as much as they would typically want him to be, and so I expect for Stevens to maybe get the ball inside a little bit to Zimmerman and some other bigs early.
Resetting the chat here, Turbach does say that he says that I'm a pretty good ump unless Turbach's pitching, and then
Just Adam?
Yeah.
Saying, is he ump too? Does he?
No, Adam plays.
Oh, he does play.
Yeah,
well,
and he pitches.
He was a great athlete. Just ask him.
Yeah, well, he's a pretty good softball player.
I tell you, I have some Turbach stories of his cousins and brothers in PE class.
I believe
some
that.
Wiffle ball stories.
I believe
with
that.
Turbach boys.
And then Garu says Stevens got their work cut out for them to get back into the game. Certainly capable of doing it. I mean, 17 points is definitely not the end of the world. I mean, I'm sure they've made bigger comebacks than that. But yeah, they're gonna. I think that one got Oh, that did not get tipped.
No, I don't think so. The old one-handed pass by Deck. He's probably had 2 or 3 of those tonight. He's gotten a little loose with it. The old behind the backer in the corner after a great steal, and then that one-handed pass. I used to get yelled at in college all the time for throwing one-handed passes. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't imagine you ever getting yelled at in college.
Yeah. When you go to college.
Speaking of one-handed passes, there you go. That was a sweet one. A good finish there by Anders Christensen.
Yeah, great pass by Powell, and good finish.
Good job of Jackson fighting underneath there. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, good way to stick with it there for Jackson. Missed the initial one and then stuck with it. Got a nice board finish.
Jackson definitely having a nice game, Brian.
Yeah, he is. Jackson's he's just having a nice season overall. It's good to see out of the old senior.
Going to play baseball next year, no?
Yeah, Southwest State. Southwest State play baseball over in Marshall. And I'll be honest, I think it's probably helped his senior year of basketball. It's nice for him. He can just play. He can just play to win games. You're not worried about, where am I going to go play college basketball? Because he probably had some options there to pursue anyway. And I think it's really helped him to enjoy his senior season. I just have one goal, is that win games and see where you can take this team.
I know every player's situation is different, but ideally, would you like to see kids commit before or after their senior season?
It does. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
Everyone's in different situations. There's some kids that it's very easy to commit early because they have 15 offers. And it may really make sense for them to commit early. Others, it's just not going to happen until the end, especially nowadays, Sam. Being a high school athlete with what the craziness going on at the college level, it's really hard to get scholarship offers from colleges, and when you do, it's going to be late. It's going to be late. Great follow there.
Yeah, good finish and follow there by Isaac Rehorst.
Isaac's got 6, right? Does he have 6 to 8 right now? 9 points. I think Isaac's got 9, right? And that's what we needed out of him.
And
need to be active.
Got a handful of rebounds as well. Jack's going to pick up the foul there. Isaac's playing underneath really well right now.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job. They got to feed him. They got to feed him and get him the ball with an advantage and stuff like that. He just graded it himself.
A lot of points are second chance.
Well,
points,
they're self-made. Yeah, they're self-made points.
Yeah.
Or like that one, he's just fouling out, hustling, and going and getting it.
So Jackson McClemens checked out a little early. 45 seconds into the quarter here, and Stark came on.
Yeah, I didn't know if he got, I don't know what happened. That's not your typical.
Yeah, a little early.
Yeah, a little earlier than normal maybe. But I think it's easier, it's a little telling, and maybe he got a foul we didn't see or something. I don't know, but it's you can tell you have a lot of confidence in your rotation when you can take out one of your dudes early because you have confidence who you're putting them in or putting in for them.
Good sportsmanship there by Dreesen Paulson, helping Rehorst up, and Clemens is going to check back in, and checking in for Stevens is going to be our 8th grader Peyton Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford back in the game here, played a lot of minutes there in the first half. And
yeah, definitely a contributor.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine this kid playing against kids his own age.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Good rebound there.
They get that out of bounds play a lot. Little pin in the corner after the inbounder throws it in. It's Bisker, and he gets a lot of open looks. He was a little short on that one.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Bisker showing that he is human and can miss from time to time.
Yeah, he's been on a little bit of a heater, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's several good games
here
in
by
a row.
Isaac. Be smart.
Oh, Dane just missed that one. Paw takes that one to the hoop and just has a hard time finishing, but doesn't give up on it. Great defense there. Good job by Rehorst corralling.
Isaac did a nice job.
Yeah, and then now we're going to get a foul on Paulson.
Isaac did a nice job of rebounding, but then he put the ball on the floor right away. It'd drive you nuts. You got to chin it, right? If you're big, those guards, pesky guards, are always going to be hanging around. So he gets that board, chin it, keep it high. Guards don't like elbows coming at their face, so you just got to keep it high. Got away with it.
Yeah, Rehorst was rubbing his elbow there a little bit too as he went and sat down on the bench. So hopefully he's okay.
Well, I was going to say hopefully he didn't hit the head of someone else. I don't think he did.
No, I don't think so. Ooh. Paw does a good job of getting that one away. And
yeah, just the balls bounce Watertown's way a lot tonight. to be honest.
Yeah, it really
We've got
has.
a lot of those
Some fortuitous bounces.
fortuitous. Your vocabulary just never ceases to amaze. Stick-to-itiveness, spurtability.
Spurtability. I wish I could take credit for that one. You know, I feel like I should have to give you like $1 or something every time I say it. You know.
Speaking of spurtability, how's the Eagles offseason going so far? I know it's not even over yet, but
You got an OC. Got an OC.
did they get them? Okay.
Got that
Well,
squared away.
hopefully that was the problem.
And then they backed it up with a new passing game coordinator. Got
Okay.
the old OC from Tampa.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's enough. Yeah,
Pretty
that-
good.
No, that's all we really need. That's enough. That's all the time we were going to spend on the Eagles thing. Just keep that short. There's like 2 listeners that care about the Eagles, and half of them are related to you.
what do you mean they're both related?
Yeah, that's
to me?
right. That's right.
Audrey may or may not be watching, and Kata may or may not be watching. Hey, if there is any Eagles fans out there that are listening, go ahead and put that into the chat. Even if you're not, just say that you are, so we can just stick it to Norberg one time.
Nice cut there by Powell.
Paul does a good job there. He's been really good for the Raiders
Yeah,
tonight.
he's a nice ball player. I really enjoyed watching him play. He does a lot of things very well.
Good movement here. Good ball fake by Jack. Good drive by Jack.
Yeah.
Good finish. Well done.
The ball movement's been pretty good when we've gotten in the half-court sets. The ball movement's been very good for Watertown tonight, leading to very easy buckets at times. Nice move by Jack.
And we got number 5 here, Crawford, controlling the ball here for the Raiders.
You know, it's been interesting. I would say with Stevens having some pretty good length, they haven't gotten a lot of easy buckets around the hoop with that length. And I think we did a good job early. Zimmerman is just not been able to get in the flow of the game. We got you know, Neeson, the senior, in there now playing down low, but it's probably something that Stevens probably wanted to exploit a little bit more going into tonight. Bisker a little short.
You get a follow here on Mason Anderson, maybe?
Looks like it.
Looks like a line change here for the Arrows. Rehorst, Decker, and Rabine. They're going to join Bisker and McClemens. 50-30 with 3.5 minutes left. I don't want to jinx it, Brian, but you know, the all elusive 6-7 could be in play here.
That is the earliest call you have ever made. That is unprovoked, unsolicited.
Just saying.
I'm not even commenting on that at this point. We're only at 50-30. How do we even come to that?
You know, maybe I'm just trying to be Nostradamus.
But I'm still lost on the 6. I don't understand it.
There's McClemens.
No one explains it to me. Nice take by Jack. I would say, you know, the turnovers on the perimeter, just maybe more anything that's going to haunt Stevens tonight, just have led to too many fast break buckets for Watertown at the end of the day.
All right.
Credit to Watertown with their length, too.
We got some comments that we need to get caught up on here. First of all, Christy says, "Go Eagles." So, huge Eagles fan.
Probably a burner account, probably a bot.
She actually says that.
Are we big enough to get bots to comment on our?
Let's just keep it professional, okay?
That's a thing. So that was Christy. What else?
Yeah.
What other Eagle fans do we have out there? What do we got?
Turback actually says, "Appreciate you, Norberg, for stopping Mooney from commandeering the conversation about the Eagles."
Yeah,
He said,
I saw where that was going, man. I had to cut him off. I saw where that was going.
Oh,
You
man.
get a 21-point lead in the Arrow game.
Ooh. Carter Bisker up. Yep,
Yeah,
he's up.
all right.
Up and operational.
Didn't sound
So much
great.
so, I thought he was going to snatch that rebound there. Good enough to throw a full court pass. Good enough to finish. Nope. A little high off the glass there. 51-30. Yikes. Rebecca Schlatt says, "Go Cowboys." I think we can both agree that one's that's a little rough.
The risky run.
But we appreciate you watching and tuning in nonetheless, Rebecca. Appreciate that. Good move to the basket there.
Yeah.
That's Tate Van Beek.
Van Beek on the board, junior forward. I think Stevens got, they have a nice mixture of seniors on the squad, but, overall, you got a lot of young kids contributing here for Stevens.
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about earlier, they got 4 seniors on the team, so they're young. They've got good length. They're going to draw a foul here. Now here's a real Eagles fan, Jeremy Kohlhoff, Jeremy and Christina Kohlhoff. Go Birds. So this is on you. You started this.
I'm fine with it. If we can excite that fan base again. Yeah, the Eagles.
Again,
Sam,
they just won a Super Bowl last year.
I'll be honest. You have to explain some of the vulgarity and the just immature nature, the ruthlessness of the Eagle fan base. It's not good.
It's all made up.
Who's your PR person for the Eagle fan base? It's not good.
It's erroneous.
Well,
it's erroneous.
I tell you.
Fabricated stories.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all angels.
Tall tales. Yeah. The snowball thing, Santa Claus, all made up. Erroneous.
Well, as fellow media members, we check our sources.
Of course.
I'm not going to say anything that I don't have proof of, but I am suspect. They're very sus, as the kids say. The Eagle fan base.
I will say though, I may or may not have. But definitely did climb a light pole after they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think I saw a video. Actually, yes.
You see that?
I think it's one of those that popped up the other day for no reason on Facebook.
I got about 3 inches of air getting up there.
I tell you what, the display of athleticism was on display.
Well,
Crawford with a look. There's your boy.
Mayor Holeen did a good job of greasing up the pole outside of my house to make sure that I didn't get up there all the way. So that's on the mayor. All right, back to basketball here. Good job by Peyton Crawford with getting a 3 in.
Yeah, Crawford knocked one down. We get it up the court early. A little dish inside to in the post game, and Isaac's on the line. I like the touches that Isaac's gotten tonight. It's been good.
Yeah, Isaac does look good tonight. It looks like.
Yo. That was in and then all the way out and back in.
Garu says that the arrows are just too polished. Always positioned for rebounds or missed shots at either end.
Yeah, they've done a really good job on the boards now 2 games in a row, because against Brookings, I think they really dominated the glass. So Stevens has not had a lot of second chances, so they have done a nice job on the boards.
And the Arrows have done a really good job with their second chances, converting those.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, Rehorse has got 13 and 5 right now. Good cut, good finish.
Stevens done a nice job today of cutting on the perimeter and having good spacing to cut. Sometimes you have good cuts, but you have someone standing in the way. Spacing's bad, and been impressed with Stevens' spacing and cutting on the offensive end.
Yeah, I think that's off Isaac's knee. It sure is.
Yeah. That's where Isaac's trying to create a little bit there. And yeah, it's a good, strong move. Just didn't work out. A little dribble off the knee. Actually, a nice play by the defender there.
Yeah, no, it was good defense there. Marie Kohlhoff, Fly Eagles Fly, so now they're just coming in fast and steady.
I don't know what I should have kept my mouth shut, I think.
No, it's just good work by you. I mean, it's hard not to talk about
nice outlet
excellent
by Jack.
Organizations. Good job, good passing there. And the former coach in you's got to love that.
Yeah, absolutely. You always try to get some easy buckets in transition, but you can't get those without getting stops, right? And so we've gotten enough stops tonight, and when we have, it's been pretty quick up the other end of the floor here pretty quickly.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there by Logan Neeson helping Jackson up. Stevens is, we've talked about it. I mean, they're young. They got great length, good size. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch here in the next year.
They have a nice nucleus of a lot of underclassmen, and they're going to miss Pa, but and maybe some others there. But yeah, they're definitely a hard trip, no matter what. Coming across the state, you leave early in the morning. And, I made the trip many times, and there's just nothing easy about it.
3 games in 3 days?
Well, 2 games for Stevens, I think. I think Central by tomorrow will be the third, because they played somewhere on Thursday. I forget where they were at Thursday, but so that's a real tall task. But it's hard enough just to play the 2 games back to back. So it'll be interesting tomorrow. You got a Saturday coming out to the arena. You're gonna have 2 girl varsity games and 2 boys varsity games. They're gonna start off at 10 a.m. So yeah, Yeah, just time for your morning coffee and come to the arena and watch some hoops.
Yeah, that does. That would be nice, you know. Get some coffee, get a bowl of cereal, check out the old Public Opinion, and then come watch some basketball all day. I do want to read this comment, though. This is an important one. Ryan and Cassie Heiser said, thank you, who were all involved in the United game today. It was pretty cool. Hopefully done the same way for years to come. And I agree. I mean, I think that that was well done by Coach Hordorf, and like you said, the administrators. And if that's a tradition that we could start from today, doing it that way moving forward, I think it'd be pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have a bunch of young athletes that will look up to that or look forward to that day and that game, and they'll never forget it. So I think I agree. Kudos to, I know Coach Hordorf is, you know, I know he was either the complete cause of it today or a part of it, and I know a big part of it, but he started with those individuals being able to play at halftime. Yeah. And the crowd loved it. They loved it. And that's on Coach Hordorf. You know, he's a head football coach. He has a lot going on. He has enough to worry about. He has the weight room. He does all sorts of things with his staff, but taking pride in himself as a PE, physical educator, and using that opportunity and platform to really have a neat event for those kids. And great to see today. I didn't even know about it. I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad we got to see some of it.
Yeah, it was pretty great. And one thing that was really unique about it is, you know, I had a sophomore up here and Conrad Pickin, and then Mason Mogg, I believe, is I don't know if he's a sophomore or a junior. But those guys were talking about how the entire school was just a buzz about it today. Everybody was excited about it. Everybody was looking forward to it. And, you know, when I stood up and I was looking at the crowd and looking down at the student section, I didn't see anybody on their phones. You know, I didn't see anybody just kind of goofing off or anything. I mean, they were all invested into it and really made it a special moment for everybody.
What a really, I mean, sometimes, you know, we worry about our younger generation, right? And I think rightfully so at times. We should worry about all of us. But it's always amazing to me, you know, how much they can surprise you because they get it, right? Yeah. And kids a lot of times, they get it more than adults do. I think that's just a great, sounded like a special afternoon. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
Kudos to Watertown for doing that.
Yeah, pretty great. Good way to, it was a good break in the middle of the day. And speaking of good break, great hustle there too by both teams.
In the halftime performances in the past, I've noticed the emphasis on defense is not there. It's a little bit more along the lines of an NBA All-Star game. A lot of shots being put up. We're going for buckets, period.
Yeah.
It's get mine type of deal and get some buckets, for sure.
You know, and there was guys that definitely led the way in scoring, but I hate to be cliche, but, you know, everybody won in that game.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Jackson's going to get traveled there. Good call. 59-37 Arrows. 7:19 remaining in the fourth quarter.
This is a good time. You know, this game is far from over, but Arrow's in a pretty good situation, pretty good position. But you know, the ability to get your 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th guys some time. You know, I know we haven't seen Max yet tonight, Max Martinson. See if we can get out there, and just a good opportunity for people to get more experience. Play some more extended minutes that maybe typically don't. So we got Mason out there again, and this is great experience for him. Jack's a little late on the rotation there. Nice move.
I think the thing that I've been impressed by the most with the Arrows tonight, and there's a lot of things to be impressed about, is the defense has been really good tonight.
Yeah, in stretches. Yeah, they really got off to a good start, setting the tone defensively, and then I think we had maybe a little lax, and then we got back to it. So what I've been impressed with, they started the third quarter.
Paul with a great move.
You know, I think we have a 13-point lead at half, whatever it was, and came out and really sent the message the first 4 minutes that we weren't going anywhere. Or weren't going to let up.
Boy,
this is followed by two terrible possessions.
Yeah, I was just going to say 2 tough possessions in a row. I don't think Coach McClemmon's super happy there. Rehorse is going to check back in. Starters are on the court as Mason Anderson jogs off and Rehorse comes in.
Yeah, I'd say, you know, there's an opportunity right now for, Coach is going to call timeout. We're just going to talk it over a little bit. Refocus, tighten things up. Come on, fellas, let's talk about it.
You know, 30 seconds doesn't seem like a long time, but, you know, how difficult is it to relay your message in a 30-second timeout?
There's a reason you call 30 seconds. You don't want a lot of time, right? He has he has 10 words to say to them and then go back on the court.
Okay.
You know,
What's he saying?
Somewhere along the lines of, fellas, slow down, get tight with it, stop throwing the ball over to the bench. We're not playing right now. That type of deal, because we've just thrown 2 balls right into our bench. But yeah, he's just telling them, hey, let's tighten it back up. Let's finish this game. We played a good basketball game to this point. Let's finish this game the right way. Something along those lines.
Yeah,
probably
makes sense. You don't think he's in there saying, you know, we're so close to 67 points?
No. You know, Coach, he's not of the generation, I guarantee. He would look at you with a blank stare like, 6, what are you talking about? I don't think he has an idea.
Wow, good shot there. That's on Peyton Crawford again.
He's got a good-looking shot.
Yeah, doing well tonight. Heavy minutes for the 8th grader.
Yeah, he plays a lot for him. See why? Ooh, tough.
Oh, they could get the foul on Crawford.
A little reach around. I always thought, you know, as a referee, don't reward. And I'm not saying Crawford was lazy there, but I always looked at it as a coach, like, don't reward laziness. And that wasn't lazy, but they'll reach around. Kids are really good at it. And but more often than not, you get a foul call on it.
Decker for a corner 3. Nope. Arrows not on the board yet this quarter.
Kind of stalled out. What do we have at half? Or at the end of it, what do we have? We've stalled out a little bit here. I thought we were going to get, you know, our average per game is 63 points. I think we'll get there, but that's our average per game. Never a stat I really looked at a lot, but I think it does start to be a little telling as you go on during the year, whether you can score it or not.
Zimmerman gets that one to fall and is going to go to the line for a 3-point play here. And Brian, just like that, 13. You blink.
We have 13-point
leads down to 13.
Yeah, 12 now. Watertown's got to finish. They got to finish this basketball game. We need some good possessions here because it's been a while.
Yep, far from over.
Credit to Stevens here, sticking with it.
For sure.
Saying we're not going anywhere.
We're going to get a foul there. I'm not sure I saw that one, Brian.
I don't understand that one. I don't understand because you called the whole game and then all of a sudden now we're going to call it because I haven't seen it the whole game. So we're just going to decide to call a foul right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. But what do we know? Gonna get an illegal screen.
Maybe he made up for it there a little bit. I didn't see. I wasn't paying attention on it. Maybe it was.
I think you got Decker on that one.
Yep. It's kind of one of those like you move like you turn your back, but you're still moving. And I think he just got called on it. And kids roll into that screen, and if you're, another good look.
Yeah,
right now, I mean, you know, Stevens comfortable, right? Stevens comfortable. We're having trouble matching up.
Playing with a lot of confidence right now, Stevens is.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the ball's bouncing to the blue team too a little bit here. Another good opportunity. Gonna block, and is he gonna call it on the ground or is he gonna count it?
Yeah, I think he called it on the ground, didn't he?
I think he did. Yep.
Yeah.
Put it on the ground. That's kind of a tough one. He could have called that the other way too. He could have called it. He could have countered it.
Decker's gonna come off. Stark come on. 59-47, 4:55 here. Arrows struggling coming out in the 4th quarter here.
Yeah, you don't want to limp. You don't want to limp in to finish this game. And right now that goes in, it gets really interesting. But you don't want to limp into the finish line here. And Watertown's here, they just got loose with it. They've gotten a little lax with things. Got to get a good possession and attack the rim here somehow.
Is there a specific player you're looking for here? Well, on the next possession, woof.
Yeah. Well, and I think, you know, it's not one player I'm looking for. It's like, hey, let's get a shot we want here. Let's go feed to our strength here. What are we good at? Let's get the ball reversed a few times, get some ball movement, get some paint touches. If it's an inside-out 3, we'll take it. But we've just gotten a little lax. Human nature, Sam. What did we talk about at halftime? Human nature.
Yeah. Well, we're about a 4-minute drought here with the Arrows.
Another back cut.
Great pass.
A lot of them.
Another good pass. Good job. Arrows picking up the intensity on defense here a little bit.
Great opportunity
Got
there.
Bisker out in front.
Nice pass by Jack.
There you go. Good finish by Carter Bisker. Gets the Arrows on board.
Threaded the needle there, Sam, and a good finish with the left by Oh, then we get to the other end. Stevens had a golden opportunity there.
Good defense there all around. Yeah, I think they did have.
I'll tell you,
like to have that one back.
You know, as a coach on the sideline, if you're a Watertown sideline, you're just, just furious, and the clock's going slow, and you're just upset with your guys for being sloppy right now. You know, that clock seems to be ticking pretty slow, and you just wonder why you can't just put a game away. Good look there again in the corner. Boy, if they've had a couple of these to go, it's a different game right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice pass.
Boy, Carter Bisker with 2 underneath real fast.
Yeah, and Carter was a recipient there. He gets 4 points those last 2 possessions. I tell you what, great pass by Jackson and great pass by Jack Mack right there. I thought it was going to be a little late. He hit him on the button.
Brian, let's take a quick 30-second timeout here during this timeout and regroup. Timeout here brought to you by Dakota Land Federal Credit Union. Did you enjoy your break, Brian? We're back.
Yeah, that was a quick one. I was going to run to the bathroom there. We didn't make her. We're back.
All right. 3.5 minutes left here. 63-47 Arrows. Carter Bisker, like you said, the recipient of 4 easy points with a couple of great passes. Tobin's talking to Decker right now.
Well, they got it down to 12. I guarantee what Tobin's talking about has nothing to do with the game right now. Guarantee it. But got her down to 12.
He's pointing at the court. He's talking about the game.
It's still, I'm
100%.
not buying it. No, he's talking about the spread of food that was in the hospitality room tonight for the guys, and asking if he got the Arby's or what he got there.
Yeah, shout out to Tammy Neal for.
No. Well, yeah, shout out to Tammy always, but no, that's the parents. So the parents put on a spread. These kids are spoiled, Sam. They got a spread of food back there. They use the athletic office, but you got a feast back there.
Yeah, Tammy took care of us tonight. Some of us with some pizza and everything.
Well, where was?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you weren't
Boy,
here.
that would have been nice.
You weren't here.
I tell you what, I got to rework my contract.
You don't come up until the 11th hour.
I tell you what, negotiations in the off season.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
We're gonna have some demands.
You need to put some more time in.
We got pizza. She gave me a Mountain Dew the first night. I haven't got anything since.
Well, there was pizza. Tammy took care of us.
We got to earn it. We got to earn it. We got to be better.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Good bucket there out of the timeout again by Stevens here. See if Watertown can answer and try to put an exclamation point on this game. Nice block. Was that Zimmerman there?
The big swat on that one.
Open look for Crawford.
Bang! Crawford in the corner 3.
Got it down to 11 again.
Down to 11. See if the Arrows can get a good possession here.
Clock is your friend. That is not
Crawford
your friend.
steps
We got
in front
a
of
between
one.
the legs, one-handed pass. Oh boy. Yeah, Jackson's pretty fortunate that one didn't go in. He still might be sleeping in my house tonight.
There you go.
Good take there by Jack Mack. We're just doing enough. Just doing enough down the stretch, but credit to Stevens. These guys,
Stevens is doing really well.
They really are. They're making it difficult. They're not going away. But pretty frustrating on Watertown's part how they finished here this fourth quarter. Coach would be the first one to tell you, Coach McClemens.
Yeah, and I think, good job there by Bisker with the block.
Spending half the night in the bleachers tonight.
That's scary.
Carter, yeah.
That's scary.
He's slippery, though. I don't think he gets hurt going into bleachers. He's slippery. Wiry.
It's tough.
Definitely wiry.
Wiry. I like that.
Got a little discussion here on the baseline here.
What are they talking about?
Maybe a shot clock, whether or not we reset. Yeah, we're going to reset the shot clock. Carter had possession, threw it away.
Does that constitute possession?
As a colleague of the referees,
up here,
I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. But that constitutes possession there?
Yeah, it did. He had possession, and yep. So it's a reset.
Does he have to have both hands on the ball and both feet in bounds?
Well, he was both of those. Yeah, he was for a second. Yep, good look here. This is what Watertown does well. They look up court well. It's got to be a block. Yep. Good luck there by Carter.
That's going to send Rehorst to the line for 2. 2 big free throws, Norbert.
So we have, maybe we bring, remember we brought Mog up last year to give that refereeing standpoint or the refereeing point of view? that was interesting. We got Levi that comes to games. Levi Pearson does a lot of observing of the referees in Eastern South Dakota. He does a lot of that now. I don't think he refs as much, but Levi Pearson, a longtime referee, and he's doing a great job with younger officials, trying to mentor them. And yeah, if he shows up and I'm ref and I'm like, oh boy, I'm getting observed.
You know, we got Mogg down there. Paulson was down there earlier. Hansen was here earlier.
Well, we got Brad Gower down there, but we're not going to call him part of the officiating crew. We're just going to call him Brad Gower down there.
Big Yankees fan.
Yeah, Brad. They probably are getting back from games they've already refed. Those guys hit it hard. They ref a lot of games.
Yeah, a ton.
We're glad to have them.
Yeah, yeah.
And umpires. I grouped that in, with umpires.
Appreciate that. Yeah, those guys really do a good job of representing not only South Dakota well, but of course Watertown well. Well, Stevens is just not going away. They're just.
Yeah, so now we're going to get in the mode. His last minute 17 may take a bit with fouls. Got to knock him down. We're only on number 4 there. Or is that the 3rd?
I guess the 3rd. No, you're right. That's the 4th. So one more, and then if you're Stevens here, are you following and sending him to the line?
Yeah, I think it's 14-point. You're gonna, I think for a bit, see how it goes. You got to capitalize every stop you do get, or every, if they hopefully miss some free throws and get a couple buckets, get it close.
Go aggressive here for the steal.
Yeah. Oh, Sam, they're looking for the 6-7 as well. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you hear him yelling, no, no,
they
no?
Didn't want the dunk. They didn't want the
Rehorse with the two-handed jam.
Come on, Isaac.
Might be the only time that you can hear his teammates getting after him with the two-handed jam.
Yeah, nice finish by Isaac there.
Yeah, great finish by Isaac. Oh, good rebound.
Paz played a good game tonight. A little fatigue setting in. He's had to do a lot.
Paz looked good. Crawford's looked good.
Yeah. So tomorrow.
Travel. Double dribble. Travel. Something.
Tomorrow, the Watertown Arrow girls will play at the typical 2:30 time slot, maybe, and then
1:30. I think they said, Brian.
And then the boys are going to be at 3.
Yep. Hey, we got 36.6 seconds left here. We need to talk about our Dakota Land Federal Credit Union Player of the Game. It's got to be Rehorst, right?
Yeah, we got to give it to Isaac. Absolutely. I would say it's probably one of the best games of the year, if not the best game of the year for Isaac. He just punctuated it. If there was any debate for it, he just had a slam dunk to say, I think I'll take that player of the game, please.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of good performance overall, a little sloppy in the second half or in the fourth quarter. And yeah, I think Isaac's a good choice.
Shout out to Garu U8V. He said, enjoyed your telecast. Thank you from Hot Springs, South Dakota. And we appreciate you tuning in from Hot Springs, South Dakota. And thanks for listening and watching. And then Gloria Orthouse says, I love watching Arrow TV and just finished a great book, The Company I Kept. Appreciate that. Yeah, a nice little awesome story. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. Go Arrows. Gloria, appreciate that. That's awfully kind of you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if people know this about you, but you're in a book.
Well, because of the author, I am. Fun fact for you, Gabe, my son, youngest, home over Christmas break, never picks up a book, Sam. Never.
Okay.
We have it sitting on one of our little table things, and I come out, Gabe's turning pages. He's paging through it. He spent more time in that book than he has in any other book in his life.
Well,
yeah,
shout out to Gabe.
He was confused. He didn't know this was a thing. He did not know. He didn't understand any of it.
So
but he started reading. He's like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, this is cool.
Knows this guy, knows that gal.
Yep.
I'm sure there's quite a few people in there that he probably knows.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Well, Miss Orthouse, appreciate your kind words, and thank you for watching Arrow TV and supporting the Arrows. And, got a good program here.
Good win. Good win for Watertown here, leading them tomorrow.
69-52, Arrows 17-point win. They will improve to 10-1. The Rapid City Stephen Rainers are going to fall to 5-7. Join us tomorrow for girls basketball and boys basketball. Conrad Pitkin and Mason Mogg will be on the call. We're going to stay here just for a little bit, and we're going to just explain real fast the Dakota Land Player of the Game here. So after every game, Brian and I decide who's going to be the Dakota Land Player of the Game, and just a nice little T-shirt, and You know, it doesn't always have to be from the Arrows. It doesn't always have to be from the winning team. In this particular case, we like Isaac Rehorst, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Isaac earned it tonight. I think we had a lot of good performances, great team performance, and Isaac just did a nice job of being more active, and I think it paid off with the guys finding him, and then he created his own buckets off some offensive rebounds, and you know, like that tip back there is a good example, and then we get Dane creating a dunk for him right there on the baseline, and who doesn't like a nice dunk?
I think the cool thing with that dunk too on that finish, Brian, is that there was contact. So I mean,
Yeah,
the dunk was physical,
Yeah,
right?
listen,
I mean, it wasn't just that open
we've
getaway.
had, you know, we've had some athletes that can dunk the ball fairly. Isaac's kind of, the dunk total is mounting.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we're approaching double digits now at this point.
Yeah, the dunk total is mounting. They're all nice. Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. Good for Isaac. That's a really good game for Isaac, getting back healthier, and got rewarded with player of the game.
Yeah, I think what's really cool though too is as it relates to Isaac and the dunk count that you were talking about. You know, the student section gets into it. You know, with the hype video at the beginning, they're screaming and going along, and I think a lot of that has to do with the dunks that are on there.
Let me be honest. It's nice to have a hype video that can
Yeah.
include some dunks. We're in high
That's
school
fair.
basketball. There's teams that, you know, many years there wouldn't be any dunks in our hype video, so it's nice to be able to throw in a few dunks.
In the Brian Norberg hype video, any dunks in there in the Brian Norberg hype
No,
video?
I stayed close to the ground. I knew who I was. I knew my limits. Stayed close to the ground for sure.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, no, that was not part of the repertoire.
Well, on behalf of Dakota Land Federal Credit Union and DFS Insurance and Brian Norberg, my name is Sam Mooney. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you to Ryan Remmers and everybody behind the cameras and behind the scenes that make this possible. Join us tomorrow for a lot of basketball, and then hey, come on Tuesday. Be here at the arena on Tuesday. Big basketball on Tuesday. Let's fill this thing up and support our now 10-1 Arrows. Thank you again. Have a good night. Take care.